hot night. I'm hanging out with the hens, and I thought I'd bring you guys along. So I'm gonna flip the camera. Don't hit the mute button. It has been a long day. Anybody else have those long days where they're like, oh. All right, so let me flip the camera. All right. Oh, what a beautiful night it is. But it's another hot night. Hey, girl. Hey, sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Well, hello to whoever's here. We are just having another hot evening. And, yeah. Hi, Minnie. Oh, it's Randy. You went fishing for your birthday? Happy birthday, Randy. Hope you had a successful day fishing and enjoyed your time and got lots and lots of fish. I'm just doing a quick pop-up live with the girls. It's another hot night here. So trying to keep the girls cool. And yeah, so what was your temperature there, Randy? Oh goodness, let me get that out of there. They said we were 95, but that didn't include the humidity. And my sweet little hens are all burning up. And of course, we do have a fan going. I had a short live this morning. I need to go back and catch the replay. Truth be known, I didn't even, I popped into my mom's live earlier today at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And I didn't even turn the volume on because I was sitting at a doctor's appointment. So I popped in there for about 2 minutes. And then I haven't been able to get back on YouTube because I had a doctor's appointment, and then this afternoon I had a relaxation appointment for myself. So it's something I do, and so then I came home and been just taking care of the girls and taking care of some housework. So I need to play catch up with YouTube. So I'll go back and I'll look for it, Randy. You said it was 91 degrees earlier and now 98. Ouch. Oh, 91 now, 98 earlier. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That is hot. Yeah, I think they said our high was 95. I don't really know. I know what my car said. My car said it was 104, which I don't agree with. I think it was just, the temperature for the, sitting in the sunlight. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I've been drinking tons of water, but I just had the girls out free ranging just a little bit ago, and I thought, well, I would just bring it in and just share the girls this evening and answer any chicken questions anybody might have. If you're new to the channel, I have 10 laying hens, and 8 of them are 5 years old, and 2 of them are 2 years old. This is a 2-year-old right here. You wanted to go back, but it's too hot. Oh man, yeah, I don't blame you. I love going fishing and just taking it easy. We need to have a day where we can go, my husband and I. But life has just been so busy. So, kind of how it goes. But, yeah, I came out here and I've refreshed all the water. It's all nice and cold. Of course, they have their waters and they're filled, but I have a hen that has a broken beak. So we have to make sure that she can dip her beak. And the one that with the broken beak is little Miss Minnie. And that's Minnie. So we've been offering wet food for her, which is good whenever it's really hot, because then that way they can get some water in their system too, but helps her to scoop it up and eat, and then she can dip her little beak in the water. So she's doing okay. Her comb and waddles are still fine. We have observed her eating, not a lot, but we have observed her eating, and I'm noticing that there is some growth on her new beak, or her beak coming down. So it grows just like a fingernail, but it's very painful and it's hard to eat. So we've just been offering wet food, which is what's right there, what the girls are actually going after in the tin pan over there. So every day we're coming down with that, with fresh food, and making sure we take care of little Miss Minnie the best we can. But she will make a full recovery. It just takes some time, unfortunately. And then I love watching these two in the back. They're dust bathing. It kind of becomes a social hour for the two of them. And that's how that they keep themselves clean, keep their oils, in check, because there are oil glands on the bird, so it keeps their feathers all nice and clean. And then they smell good, believe it or not. Yep, all that dust bathing, you think they'd smell awful, but they don't. They smell earthy, but not bad. So, and then these two over here are just enjoying. I think they got a little bit of a draft. It's not really showing. Ooh, I got a dirty hiney. I'm gonna have to get the bath later. I'll probably do it tomorrow. You should go check out MB Heritage. He has a book on chickens. Yeah, I've heard that, and I have checked him out. He's got some really good information out there. I know that he was, I'm trying to think, wasn't there a breed or something of chicken that he was trying to have more of, if I'm not mistaken? But I've heard great things about his book. I just haven't purchased it. No, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I just haven't purchased it. I need to. But I've been doing taking care of chickens for 5 years. Not an expert in all things chickens, but I'm an expert with the flock, and I've dealt with quite a few things. I used to freak out if the beaks, for example, I used to freak out if the beaks were broken. And the first time I had a chicken that broke her beak, it was just the tip, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose this bird. And I contacted a farm veterinarian, and he's like, just pack it with some flour and offer her wet food. She'll be okay. I'm like, that's it? And sure enough, he was right. Minnie's probably the worst that we've had. It looks dirty at the end of her beak, but actually that's where she broke it. I'm pretty chill now with all of it. I just know that, we gotta offer food and water, and yeah. Is there ice in the water? Oh no. No. Stop. Sorry, I was getting after a hen. No, there's no ice in the water now, but this is fresh. It's nice and cold. And hello to my wonderful uncle, cameraman. But it is really cold. I just filled these up. I'm not going to put ice in their water just before they go to bed, but they did have ice water earlier today. So, yeah, so they're just getting a little water. As you can see, there's little Miss Minnie getting her water. She's doing good. It hurts, but she's still drinking, and she's still going to the bathroom, so I know she's doing okay. And she will get a new beak in. It just is going to take maybe about a month. That's what my average is, I think, for her. Aw, thank you. I like to think I am. Yeah, but Minnie will be just fine, won't you, girl? We'll be just fine. She's had some rough, moments in her life, but for being 5 years old, I think she's doing pretty good. Right, girl? Yeah. I can see her broken beak a little bit better. It's not showing up totally on camera, but I can see it a little bit more. And I'm not exactly sure how she did it, but she'll be fine. She'll be fine. And then they do have wet food cameraman. Because of her broken beak, we offer wet food to make it easy for her to pick up and eat. It also helps keep them hydrated in the summer months. So it's fermented food, so it's got the probiotics and all that good stuff in it too, so for gut health. So they are enjoying the wet feed. They just got that not too long ago. So it is on the colder side. And then cameraman, you've not been here since we've added a fan. So yeah, so they're staying cool. I have a fan in their coop to keep them cool at night. I did order a new one. It'll be here this weekend. And it is a battery operated solar panel fan. So it can run 24/7. And that'll help with the summer heat. I should have just broke down and bought that a long time ago, but I didn't. So, you know, you live and you learn. I think that'll help the girls. In the meantime, they're using a battery operated one. And for 5 years, we've been putting batteries in the fan in the summertime, just switching them out when they're dead and making sure every night they have a new one at very minimum. And then we have an exhaust fan, and that takes the heat out of the coop. So that runs on solar during the day. So we are getting rid of the heat as best as we can in the coop, trying to keep that as cool as possible at all times. So yeah, this is the time that you have to worry about chickens because heat can kill them faster than cold. So you always want to offer your girls lots of water, ice water, frozen fruits. You can even make those into ice cubes. Shade, all the things to keep them cool. So this is, and then they have a pan, that black pan that Midnight's drinking out of right there with a couple of stones, because I'm trying to teach the girls to step in it to help them cool down. But so far not going well. They just keep drinking out of it. And that water, while I just cleaned it, not exactly the cleanest water. And yet that's cleaner. So I don't know. Chickens are funny. I just don't stress over it. Let's see here. You got back from Arizona, 111-degree weather. My brain is getting back to normal. You're fine. You're fine. You had a good time in Arizona. And it was fun talking to you earlier today and hearing about your adventures. And Arizona is a place that I would love to go back to. Well, one city I would go back to, but yeah, I don't know that I would necessarily have chickens in Arizona after living there for so long, but I know people who do it and do it successfully. I just would worry about the heat, and because it's already hot enough where I'm at, and I'm thinking that would make that worse. So anyhow, well, ask your chicken questions. I'm open to sharing what I know. This is little Miss Chloe. All my girls are named. That's Chloe. And then this one right here is Miss Chicken Tender. The person that named her says she's the most tender of them all. So that's Miss Chicken Tender. And then that one is Chanel. Well, hello there. Prep for Eternity Homestead. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Chanel is doing a soft molt right now. She typically does one in the summer months, while chickens do hard molts, well, mine at least, in the fall. She kind of does most of hers in the summer, just who she is. And chickens like to help bathe each other. Kind of funny to watch. Oh, Aunt Lynn. Hey, Aunt Lynn. I got to go back and watch the show from earlier today. So this little girl right here, she is disabled. She's been like that for about 2 years. Um, we think she did something up in her hip joints. Not exactly sure. Haven't taken her to a veterinarian. She eats, she drinks, she poops. She still lays an egg and she gets in and out of the coop just fine. I will warn you though, if it bothers you to watch her walk, then just go find somebody else to watch. But she does pretty good. She has a little bit of a wobble in her walk. But she is doing just fine. And the joke is that I didn't put Sir Grace down. My husband, for his injuries, I'm not putting the chicken down. She can live her life out as long as she can still do basic functioning. So she can. She's just a little bit slow and she has a hard time walking. Yeah, but otherwise, she is good to go. She enjoys dust bathing and laying in the grass. Kind of her thing. Oh, Cora's here. Hey, Cora. Oh, the fan is turning off. And that's because the fan in the coop is turned on. So it's time for them to go to bed here in the next probably half an hour. They'll put themselves to bed. Oh, nope, it came back on. I bet you Sir Grace turned that on. But that should have stayed off. That's okay. No big deal. She looks healthy, doesn't she? Other than her, it's this one right here, making sure we're looking at the same girl. She's healthy for sure. Her comb and her waddles are good to go. She's fine otherwise. It's just she has a hard time walking. And she lays down kind of weird. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. Let's see if I can do like, oh yeah, I can zoom in. You can kind of see how she's laying down. It's a little bit awkward. But she's a sweet girl. And I keep an eye on her and everybody that comes out that takes care of her. I tell them she's a little bit disabled, but she's fine. So, yeah, she looks good otherwise. Comb and waddles are perfectly colored. She's a little bit on the hot side right now. She's trying to cool down, I can tell, looking at her little beak. Bless her heart. But, yep, she's a sweet girl. If she gets too far out whenever they're free ranging and it's time to go in, I actually just go pick her up and walk her back so she doesn't have to take her time or, have to walk back, because it's kind of painful to watch. And I'm thinking, gosh, that's such a long distance. So I pick her up and she'll just sing to me when I pick her up and walk her back. It's really cute. Kind of like, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, it's sweet. And all these little ones are preening and getting themselves cleaned up even more. So ask your chicken questions. Or if you have chickens, let me know if you do, and how many you own, and what is your favorite thing about owning chickens besides eggs? Because I think if you got egg layers, I think we can all agree the eggs are better than store-bought. But let me know what your favorite thing is. For me, it's peaceful, and I don't know, they're just sweet. It's kind of like the pet that keeps on giving because of the eggs. I have a video that I'm going to be posting of this one all the way back. Her name is Glinda. She's the black and white one laying down. She likes to be petted like a dog. And we're not talking about like in the submissive squat where a rooster would mate her. We're actually just talking like she'll stop and I can just like pet her like a dog, like on her sides, and she'll just hang out with you. So I'll be dropping that video and showing everybody soon. I just took it right before I went live. It was really sweet. And then Coco, which is the brown one right here, she will follow me around like a dog. I'll go, Coco, Coco, and she'll just follow me. She's not going to do it right now because it's almost bedtime and she's in. But if we were out on the grass, she will literally follow me like a dog. And I'm going to spell it. If I say TREATS is just like a dog, She knows what I'm saying. Um, and so I have to be careful with that, but she will come running just like a dog, and it's the cutest little thing. So that's my favorite thing about owning chickens besides having eggs. I always wanted them, but I couldn't have them till about 5 years ago, and now I do. So yeah, and I love hanging out with the girls. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get let me get Minnie some food. Little Miss Minnie is right there behind me. She's just kind of hanging out. They all have different they all have their own personalities. Yeah, they really do. Sorry, girl. Let's see if I can get Minnie to eat out of my hand. Sometimes if I do this and I squish it. Minnie, would you like to eat? I like doing this too. Of course, Tweety's gonna be eating out of my hand before Minnie, because I'm trying to. Let's see. They think this is like a special treat. And all it is it's their food. So Minnie is eating, as you could see, just kind of hard to do it with other chickens around, because they all want to eat. They're like, oh, it's a special treat. Let's do this again. So I just pick it up like that. And I don't mind my hands getting dirty. Where'd she go? Minnie! Minnie! Here you go, sweet girl. Yeah, there you go. You gonna get some too, Chanel? Go ahead. I always get asked if this hurts. And it doesn't hurt. I have neuropathy, so this doesn't hurt my hand. But I'm told that it does hurt other people's hands. But I guess maybe that's the bonus of having neuropathy, that they can all just peck at my hand and eat out of it. And I enjoy it. I wish I could just get Minnie by herself, but she's under the coop. I wonder if I come out. Come here, girl. Let's go out. Come here. There you go. All of my girls will eat out of my hand. If I just sit like this and I have food or treats, all of my girls do it. There you go. Go ahead. Here, I'm gonna make it. Well, go ahead, Tweety. There you go. That's something else, having them eat out of your hand. I guess you've never seen me do that. Do it all the time. I trained these girls since they were little to eat out of my hand. It doesn't necessarily have to be the food, their regular diet. I can do treats. Let me get some of that. So here's their treat bucket. Let me just grab a little pinch of it. Oops. Come here, girl. Come here. Now this is going to be a little bit more aggressive because these are their favorites. Come on. Oh, you've not seen that? This is their favorite thing for a treat. Here, we'll go ahead and we'll give them some. I'll do more than just the handful. Here we go, girls. There you go. Let's see if I can get Minnie, do you want some, honey? Minnie. Nope. Okay. She's gonna go on. Oh, Minnie. Come here, honey. Let me get you some wet food. I'd rather know that you're having that. That way it's easy on her. Minnie. Come here, Minnie. Here, Minnie. There you go. So this is how I know Minnie's gonna make a full recovery. She's still eating, and this is super soft. And you can see her beak is still bleeding a little bit. I'll probably have to come out with some septic powder later. And that's a good sign. Let's get her some more. If I could get her away from the flock, it'd be a little easier. Come here, Minnie. Here, Minnie. What happened to her? I'm not exactly sure how her beak broke. I don't know. I just came out one day and it happened. And it's kind of, I don't know if it's picking up on camera how bad her beak is, but she did it up pretty high. If you don't, I don't know if you have chickens or not. Let's see here, but chicken beaks are like fingernails, so it will grow back. It's just gonna take time, like a fingernail takes time. So in the meantime, we make sure that she has wet food, and then I also, Chanel, back up. I also do that so that way I know she's getting, fed, she's getting nutrients. It's just gonna take some time, probably about a month. There you go, you want some of that too? Okay, maybe it's gonna be easier if I get some more treats for these girls. Here you go, girl. No, here. There you go. Try to get him to go the other direction so I can get her fed. Here, baby. Here, honey. Minnie. Okay, we want to try to peck. I don't know that she's actually picking up stuff off the ground. Here you go. But this is super soft. It's just super wet. Go ahead, baby. You want some, Linda? Go ahead. She's not going to eat it. You want it, Chanel? Go ahead. I think they'd rather have their treats than anything. There you go. Would you like that? There's Miss Faith. Here you go, Faith. Would you like some? Nah. She's like, give me the treats. Give me the good stuff. So they're still just eating those. Oh, Minnie's going into bed, so I guess she's done. They'll put themselves to bed. So it's really sweet to watch them go to bed on their own. They'll start singing the song of their people, as I like to say. Kind of like, I'm in bed. Anyhow, okay, well, she's going to bed. And then I talked about having battery-operated fans So we run that fan. Um, and like I said earlier, I'm getting a new fan. It'll be here Saturday, I think. So it'll self-charge. And yeah. Aunt Lynn, you're getting to see a side of me you probably don't get to see a whole lot of. I hang out with my chickens. I got my water, hanging out with my girls on this beautiful evening. I love looking at that sunset. So, what? No lullaby? Well, they would just look at me kind of crazy, like if I did that. Yeah, no, it's more like, what about free ranging? And they like to free range every night. So we go outside for a few hours every night and hang out with the hens, and they'll just put themselves to bed. So good little girls. They're well trained. These are the two-year-olds. I always say that I find value in older hens because they teach the younger ones what to do, the ropes and all the good things. And the older flock taught the girls to put themselves to bed and when to go. I didn't have to go out and train them. The original flock, I had to train the girls to go to bed at night. Every night I'd have to go in, pick the girls up with the door open, put them in, get them all inside the coop, and then I'd go open up the coop door and then place each bird up on the roost because they wouldn't get up there. They were too scared of it. That was with the original flock. So I wasn't sure what would happen with the new flock because we only added 2 girls. And really, I didn't have to do nothing. The big girls trained the little girls. So that made that easy. So I find value in older hens. I'm not saying, shame on you if you have to cull your flock. I don't think that way. So, but for me, I will keep my girls until their natural death, and then I'll replace. Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to downsize the flock. We built the coop for 8 birds, and that would be our max. And now we have 10, so we will probably downsize it to maybe 5 or 6 instead of 10. Maybe. I think that's what we're going to do. And go with the smaller girls. I don't think that we're going to have the bigger birds. Really, 10 birds is a lot of eggs in the spring and summer months. Now, I don't get any in the fall or early winter just because it's based on the sunlight, and I let my girls go through the natural cycle. So, yeah, if we downsize it, it'll be enough eggs for just the 2 of us. Yeah, training by the older ones. Yeah, it's like hands-off training. It's the way to go. I don't have to do nothing. But yeah, so we'll probably downsize it, and then just before we downsize it totally, add a couple of new little ones in there so we're always getting fresh eggs. And then yeah, I think that'll be perfect for just the 2 of us. Of course, cameraman Aunt Lynn know for a fact that I share eggs with people. I still think I'll be able to share eggs. It may not be as much, but there is a cost to owning them. And we don't sell our eggs. We don't ask for money. We just ask for the egg cartons back or bring us some new ones, because it's kind of silly to buy your cartons so you can keep passing eggs out. It's an expense, an extra expense. So, but we share the eggs when we can, and we've been able to give to quite a few people, but I think we're gonna cut back because of the cost of feed. And of course, you know, you have to give them fresh water. That's a cost. Scraps, well, they're just eating my scraps, but electricity to run the fans, you know, and the veterinary cost and all that. So there is a cost associated with it. So for us, I think it's going to make more sense if we downsize and go with smaller breeds. These two are about to get into a fight. Hey, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. That's what I thought. Walk away. Walk away. That's right. Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. Those two have been up each other ever since I've been out here, fighting with one another. It's part of the pecking order. Just is what it is. I think we're going to go with maybe more breeds like Linda over there, the little black and white one. I think that's what we're going to go with, and maybe Chloe's because she's a smaller breed. And I do like my Easter eggers, but I think if we go smaller, it'd be better for the size of coop. And then if we ever wanted to expand, we could get more birds into a smaller coop than we could have if we had all the bigger birds. But I do like all of them. I don't have a bird that I don't like. They're all really sweet. We have little kiddos that will come over, and in the evening, some in our housing area, and they're real gentle with with human kids. While they do fight with one another, they are nice to little kiddos. They're very gentle. We don't own a rooster. There really isn't a need for one in my situation. But there is great value with a rooster. I don't ever want to say no to a rooster. It's just, we don't need one. But yeah, the hens are all really sweet to the kiddos. And that's what I like. Good to the kids. But it's cute. These three every night get together and stand right here. Every night. They all three hang out. It's kind of like who's going to go to bed first. And usually Miss Chicken Tender, who's the white with the speckles, she's the last one. I always call her the party girl. Hi, Miss Glinda. Everybody's getting their drink of water before bed. So I offer oyster shell, which is what Midnight is getting out of that bird feeder. I keep it separate from their food, so if they need a little extra calcium to help make the eggs, they can get their oyster shell. There is calcium in chicken feed, but yeah. Well, good night, Aunt Lynn. Thanks for hopping in and saying hello. I'm just waiting for these girls to put themselves to bed, which they'll be doing pretty soon because Minnie already went in. The sun needs to go down just a little bit more, and then the rest of them will start going in. Minnie likes to find her spot first. She holds her spot. Let's see, maybe I can. So there's the fan, and there's Minnie right up in there. Let's see. Hi, Minnie. So she holds her spot. Oh, you enjoyed hanging out. Thank you so much. Look at that sunset. So pretty. Okay. Are you going to bed? Uh-oh. Little scuffle. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thank you so much for hanging out. I say goodbye, and you're making some fun sounds. You're happy. You finding something good over there? I don't know if that came on camera or not, but anyhow, thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'll be doing a pop-up live again, so be looking for it. And bring your chicken questions. And before you head out, hit the like button. It helps. And share the video out. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.